Okay, I want to demonstrate you the functionality of state domains and states, and I will do a simple example. I will add a new profile with a profile wizard, and it will be a simple example. And this computer is not the fastest one. Okay, I will do entity type event and the entity costs, which is of the entity type number. And as we can see here, we have the cost and we have the event, and the event does have cost as, so we create an association has cost of cost, and costs is cost of event, and we will keep it with singular because that's simpler for the example here. So we close it and we have default event, let's say Christmas, has cost of 8, birthday party has cost of 32, and the company party had costs of 345. So what we want to do now is the state, we want to attach to each of these entities a state which defines if this was an expensive party or this was a cheap party. And this should be done automatically based on the cost of the party. Therefore we go here to the properties, and in the properties we have the state domains. We create a state domain which is exclusivity of party, and we also create two states, which is expensive and cheap party. So the entity of an event can have at least 3 states: expensive, or cheap, or undefined. So to define when something different, we can click here to right side, set visible on data forms, and if we close and we open here the default form, we can see here exclusivity of party is undefined, and from the next it's also undefined. To define, we need to do the following: go back to the properties, state domains, select this exclusivity query, we edit the query, and here we got the undefined state, but we miss the definition for the other states. So here we go to add state, cheap. Now we got the cheap state here, and we need to add the expression here when the state cheap should be triggered and should be valid for that entity. So for that, first we need to add to here the variable has cost, doesn't fit here, it fits here. Now we have access to the variable cost, and therefore we go here, edit expression, and can insert the costs. And we say if the costs is less than 10, we validate is valid, then it should be cheap. So let's save it and let's see what's happening. Close an event. Let's say Christmas, default form. The event has cost of 8, therefore it's lower than 10, and therefore the status is cheap. We can do the same for expensive events. Let's say the property state domain, edit query, select this, add state expensive. This is the expensive state. We edit the expression, insert note. If the costs, let's say, are bigger than 20, validate, that's okay. Then it should be an expensive party. And we close and we look at the birthday party. The birthday party was expensive and the company party was expensive too. If we would add now, let's say, a third event like the funeral, and it had costs of 12, then 12, save, then the status is undefined. We can also watch here the exclusivity is expensive. Okay, that's for states, and I hope you enjoyed it.